Alright guys, I'm back with my review of this week's WWE Friday Night Smackdown for May 3rd, 2013. I actually watched the show early this week. It's been a very long time since I've done that, but yeah, I typically DVR the show, and since it airs in Europe, I guess, earlier, you can watch it online before it actually airs in the US. So I went ahead and did that this week, and as far as this SmackDown goes, I didn't think it was too bad. It was entertaining, had some good matches on here. But the thing about it is nothing really happened storyline-wise. And even though I would say check out SmackDown this week, there is some good stuff. If a person came to me and said, hey, should I watch it? I don't have a DVR. I'm going to watch it on TV live. I'd have to say there's really no reason to. There's no reason to watch SmackDown this week because nothing really changes storyline-wise, and there's still a lot of Raw recaps, Raw rebounds, all of that crap. And for a 2-hour show, I really didn't think there was enough good stuff to warrant watching it live and putting up with all those commercials. If you got a DVR, I'd say check it out this week because there was some entertaining stuff, but to sit there and watch a 2-hour show with all those commercials, just, I don't know how some people do it. I've said that many times. So the show starts off with Ryback coming out. He says he's not John Cena's keeper, and Cena chose to put himself at risk in that match with the Shield. And now Cena's hobbling around like a weak animal, and the bigger, stronger animal always eats the weak. This leads to Daniel Bryan versus Ryback. This was a good match here, one of the reasons to check out SmackDown. Ryback hits the clothesline and shell-shocked for the win, but Daniel Bryan looked pretty strong here in my opinion. What happens here? Ricardo's backstage. He's all excited because he won that match on Raw for Del Rio, so he's freaking out. We get Zack Ryder versus Fandango. Fandango hits the leg drop for the win. It was an alright match, very short. Caitlyn has some more flowers from her secret admirer, and she runs into Natalya and Khali. And Khali gives her some advice to relax. His whole thing, he can't speak English very well, so it's funny. I mean, that's it. Zeb Coulter says he lost on Monday night because he was sick, but he still went to work. And he can go to the police about Ricardo stealing his victory, but he's not going to do that, which was an absurd line. This leads to Ricardo versus Zeb. Dolph, AJ, and Big E are ringside. Ricardo charges Zeb, but Swagger attacks him, and Del Rio fights off Swagger, so Teddy Long comes out and makes it a tag team match. Apparently Booker T's not here. I don't know why. I mean, he's the general manager. He should be here, but he's not. So this is a tag match. Del Rio goes for the arm breaker on Swagger, then Dolph and Big E attack him. So Teddy Long comes back out, makes it a triple threat tag match. Del Rio kicks Swagger in the head. Dolph rolls up Del Rio, and Del Rio escapes and makes Dolph tap to the arm breaker. For a second, I thought they're actually going to have Dolph win. He gets the roll up, he wins the match, but no, they had him tap out to Del Rio. And I really expected Dolph to get the win here because I think he's the only one who hasn't won a match. I mean, Swagger's beat Dolph, Del Rio's beat Swagger, but Dolph cannot get a break in this whole feud. So the Shield beats up Daniel Bryan backstage, and they cut a promo about how they're going to take out Kane next. It's Orton versus Sandow. These guys had a decent match. It wasn't nearly as good as Orton versus Cody Rhodes on Raw, but it was alright. Orton hits the RKO for the win. Big Show comes out. He says that Orton's an amazing wrestler to watch, which is weird for a heel to say, but he's not a team player. And while Orton's distracted, Sandow attacks him from behind, hits the neck breaker. Big Show just cackles. This is another Extreme Rules match. Big Show versus Randy Orton. Striker asks Kane for an update on Daniel Bryan, and Kane says he will make them all pay. He knows they will eventually get him down, and he will have to stay down, but he's going to try and take out as many of them as he can. Mark Henry versus Sheamus in an arm wrestling match. Henry wins, so Sheamus wants to do it left-handed. He sucker punches Henry and bro kicks him in the face. Mark Henry made this way more entertaining than it should have been. He was the only good thing about this segment. And I was a little nervous they were going to try and have Sheamus beat Mark Henry, but thank God they didn't do that, because Mark Henry's gimmick is he's the strongest man on earth. How can he lose an arm wrestling match to Sheamus? And Sheamus is a big dude. He's got huge arms, but Mark Henry's are like 2 of his arms. It would just be completely ridiculous for Sheamus to beat this man. The Shield comes out, and they have Daniel Bryan's tag title. Kane comes out. He starts attacking the Shield. The actual match is Kane versus Ambrose. Kane chokeslams Ambrose, and he signals for the tombstone, but he kicks Rollins off the apron, and he goes after the Shield again. Eventually, Ambrose hits this headlock DDT move for the win, and the Shield starts attacking Kane. He tries to fight him off, but there's just too many of them. They spear him and then powerbomb him, and then the Shield stands over him holding up the tag titles. So they're really pushing hard that the Shield is going to go after the tag team titles, and that was really it. I mean, as far as this week's show goes, I would definitely check out Daniel Bryan versus Ryback, and the other matches were okay. Nothing really bad on this show. Even the Ricardo Zeb Coulter stuff I thought was at least a little bit different. It was unique the way they kept turning into a tag match and then a triple threat tag match. It wasn't really exciting or anything, but it was different for SmackDown, so I was happy with that. At least they tried something new. So anyways, that's my review of this week's show. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.